people, you could put them in a bag and just throw them away. But he chose all the dirty people. Why couldn't he choose somebody that was someone that believed in God? These people don't believe in God. They believe in themselves and their little machine.
Well, you know what, get back to what you're saying is, see, you're being harsh on all these characters.
You have to be harsh because these people are harsh to the whole country.
All right, but getting back down to this, what I don't really understand is all these blue ribbon panels. See, what you're saying, I'm going to basically say it another way. You're making blue ribbon panels to decide on the same thing that's been going on for years and years and years. Do you realize that these people in the blue ribbon panel are the same people that were doing the same thing for over and over and over again? I know the way you're saying it, but the way I'm saying it is you need the regular Tom, Dick, Joe, Harry out there to come in and take a look at this, because we're all understanding, and common sense could let you understand this. Now, did everybody know when you did a Shackman case, they weren't allowing you to get a jury?
Yes, I knew that.
Because only a judge understands.
That's right, and the judge was in your take. Yes,
that's exactly
correct. He had to take his cut, you know, because he has to rule in favor of the city. He's not going to rule in favor of the honest Joe John, because it's not the American way.
See, what it basically is too, that everybody's not understanding, it's a decree. And a decree means you're not going to do this again. You know it was wrong, and you're not going to do it. So if one simple person comes by and beats you and sticks to that, you're in trouble. See, because you violated that decree. And all Washington's supposed to come down on you for violating that decree. That's why it just amazes me that they just talk about hiring. Why don't they talk about firing? And there is no statute of limitation on fraud upon the court. When transcripts are altered, things are changed, that can go on 100 years from now. Your relatives can bring that out and stuff. So in other words, what's going on here? So the basic thing would be you'd have to take this to Washington. You could also take the decree and everything to the claims departments over there for fraud upon the court and everything else that's been happening. You know?
But how can that be? I mean, Mr. Linda Aker, you guys tried and tried and tried. I mean, you guys took it to Washington. And I think I read somewhere there that Janet Reno even put a stop to it. Janet Reno.
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff in letters that we got from screening committees and stuff like this. But that's all neither here nor there. It doesn't obey the law. None of that obeys the law. See, but the point is you got to get the public. You got to get public support. Now, what the people out there don't understand is all these IRS people, all these other people, all these divorce cases and everything. They're handled all the same way. And basically, if the judges, say, are the gatekeepers to all this, who are basically lawyers themselves, right? They just got black robes on. So then you got to wonder what's going on here. Why does everybody make jokes about lawyers, and then when these lawyers put on robes, they change? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Do you understand any of that?
No, I don't. I understand it, but you know.
See, but basically, you got to sit down and you got to have a real good conversation about this, and like that committee to reform Illinois and do this and do all that. You got to understand that you've got to go and first find out what's going on in the courtroom. This country is based on the courts. All these people, all their jobs, everything is based on the court system. You can't do good in some case where there's a mass murderer like Gacy put away, and then another case you look the other way. That's ridiculous. You can't have it that way. You got to basically do every case the right way. Every single person's got to get his ruling in. And actually, if you look at patronage, wouldn't it be extortion? I'm just asking you, this is my opinion, but if somebody's offering you a job for $50,000 a year that you can do this and you're secure, and they want you to work then for them to knock on doors or do certain things or this and that, or maybe buy tickets, do everything like they used to do or whatever they do, wouldn't that basically be enough of extortion from you're extorting the taxpayers' money to have people work for you so that you could be put in office to do what you want?
It sure is.
And then not only that, Mr. Hernandez, then all your tax money would be used against you on their corporation counsel lawyers to beat you.
Correct.
So in other words, where were you going? And then they would bankrupt you and use all these judges to say, well, let's hold this, let's go on sabbatical, let's do this while you're suffering and starving. That's not justice.
No.
Justice delayed is justice denied. And remember this one other quote, I think it's by Hannah Arendt. She said in a book by Mr. Howard, when everybody's guilty, nobody's guilty. Because if everybody's guilty doing it, who's going to convict them? See what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the key here.
Okay.
We'll go on with this more. We may have a little talk a little later on and do some other stuff.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.